What is up, ladies and gents? It's Jeff Benjamin with iDownload Blog. You probably already see it. You probably already see some indications of it. But yes, indeed, it's confirmed. Springtomize 3 is now available for iOS 8 devices. That includes the iPhone 6, and that includes the iPhone 6 Plus. Yes, Springtomize 3, ladies and gentlemen. The reason to jailbreak for many individuals out there is finally available on Cydia. And it's available as a free upgrade to existing Springtomize for iOS 7 users. Those of you who already purchased Springtomize 3 for iOS 7, get this as a free upgrade. If you've not purchased, it's a $2.99 download. And I have to tell you, it just pretty much goes without saying, this should be a prerequisite to jailbreaking because it's just that powerful. You can do so much with Springtomize. The word Springtomize is actually a combination of two words. It's Springboard, which is this right here, your home screen, and it's also Customize, which this tweak allows you to do to a very high degree. As you see already in my dock, I have the cover flow look right there in my dock. That is courtesy of Springtomize 3, and that is just the very, very tip of the iceberg as far as what you can do with this jailbreak tweak. Now, that all being said, not much has changed as far as features from this version compared to the iOS 7 version that was out last year or whenever that was, but it does bring some enhancements for 64-bit devices like the iPhone 5S and the 6 and the 6 Plus, and it obviously does bring iPhone 6 and 6 capability, or iPhone 6 and 6 Plus compatibility with Springtomize 3. And obviously iOS 8 goes without saying there. So here is Springtomize 3. You do get a actual app icon on your home screen when you install this. You can also go into the settings and go through there to find the settings for Springtomize 3. At the top, you have the kill switch. So if you just want to turn off all the customization features in one fell swoop, you can do that just by switching that kill switch off and then respringing. That all being said, you also don't have to respring with every single change that you make on Springtomize. Although it is recommended, some changes will take effect immediately, such as status bar updates and things like that. But if you want the full gamut of changes, you will need to respring after making your customizations. So basically, you can just go into each of these sections and customize them to your liking. So you have customization options for animations, app slider, control center, dock, folders, icons, lock screen, notification center, pages, and status bar. So you can go in through each of these individually and customize them to your liking. That is what makes Springtomize so powerful, and that is why it is one of the preeminent jailbreak tweaks for a multitude of users, and it's why many people were just waiting for this to come out before they even jailbroke. So let's try the status bar section here. You can enable things like custom carrier. So I can just turn on the custom carrier. You see it changes automatically. I can type my name in there. Let's type Jeff, if I can spell my own name. And then I have that enabled, so I can basically turn that off on the fly. I can turn off the other icons there in the status bar. Say I wanted the the battery image to go away. I can just turn that off just like that. And if I go out, you can see it updates my name there in the status bar. Just needed to exit out of the status bar section to enable that change. And then, like, for instance, I can disable the time if I wanted to do that. You see the time goes right away. Or I could disable the do not disturb icon, goes away. Or I can disable the rotation lock icon, goes away. Or the Bluetooth icon. Bluetooth signal goes away. Or the battery percentage here. Let's find that battery percentage. There we go. Goes away. So you can see you have a really clean looking status bar. And if I wanted to even disable the signal strength, I could do that. Or I can turn off that custom carrier. I can do that. And then I can just turn off carrier altogether. I can do that. So you can see it's a really, really in-depth, powerful tweak that you have here. And there's one other thing that I need to customize. Let's see, the signal. Let's see, battery. Let's see. Network activity. No, that's not it. Network type. There we go. All right, so now everything's completely gone there. You can see I have an absolutely clean status bar, and look how that looks on my home screen. Looks really clean, right? So that is the power of Springtomize. Now, if you wanted to reset everything back to default, all you do is tap the reset button in the upper right-hand corner of each section. Each section has its own dedicated reset button, so you can go in and say, all right, I want to just wipe out all these changes at once, do like that, and bam, you're back just like that. So I would need to do a respring to completely get rid of like the custom carrier if I wanted to do that. But again, most of the changes can be enacted on some of these sections without a respring. But we're going to go ahead and respring so we can get rid of my little name up there in the upper left-hand corner. And we'll get our normal carrier, which is T-Mobile, back. So again, folks, that's just one section. I spent like 2 or 3 minutes on one section, and you can see how powerful Springtomize 3 really is. And it works fairly well on the iPhone 6 Plus with iOS 8. All right, so let's check out something else. Let's check out our pages, which is the home screen page. You can actually resize icons. And that's something that a lot of users like to do. I'm going to change my icon size to about 80%. And I'm also going to hide the labels for the icons to get a clean look. And you can also add additional rows and columns. So you can use the default, which is 4, I believe, columns. I'm going to use 5 columns here. And I'm going to keep the same rows as default. And I'm going to keep cover flow off and all that. So page dots, you can do that. We'll keep everything like it is right now. Let's go into the icons. Actually, let's go into the dock. I'm going to make the dock icons as well. Let's see, let's make those 80%. And I think that should do it. Turn cover flow off. And let's hide the labels. That's already done. Okay. All right, so that is one little bit of customization that you can do. I'm going to go ahead and just respring. And you can already see it's been updated. But a respring makes sure all the changes are enacted. And we'll be coming up here momentarily. All right, so let's unlock. So there you go. Look how clean it looks. You got the 4 rows, or the five columns, and the normal amount of rows, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows there. So you have up to 30 icons here on this one screen, and they're small. They don't look all compacted together. There's plenty of space in between them. So that is one thing that Springtomize can do really well, why it's really powerful. You can really get some good-looking customization out of Springtomize with minimal effort, really. Just hit a few switches, and you're good. So that is basically why so many people love this tweak. And that is just, like I said, the tip of the iceberg. You can customize folders, control center, the app slider, which is basically your app switcher. You can hide those icons in the app switcher that appear below each switcher card. You can resize the pages of the app slider pages. Just so much you can do with this tweak. Don't have time to go through everything. I have recorded some other videos where we go through every single feature of this basically, but there's nothing new here per se as far as new features, so you can check that video out if you want to do that. But I just wanted to show you how this looked on a large screen device like the 6 Plus running iOS 8, and as you can see, it looks pretty good, doesn't it? So folks, let me know what you guys think about Springtomize 3. Let's open up the Cydia page here for the tweak, and there it is, Springtomize 3. Again, $2.99 for new users. Definitely worth it if you ask me. I don't think there's any question that I would pay $3 for this tweak. Free for existing users. Let's see here. And you're going to see the updates in this version. Like I said, not a lot of new features, but you do get iOS 8 support, you get iPhone 6 and 6 Plus support, and you get improved performance on 64-bit devices like the iPhone 5S and the iPhone 6 and 6 Plus. So ladies and gentlemen, it is Springtomize 3 version 1.3, highly recommended jailbreak tweak, one of the staples of the jailbreak community. Shout out to Filippo Bigarella for the quick turnaround time relatively, considering the jailbreak was released not too long ago. So this is compatible with the latest Pongu iOS 8 jailbreak. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. This is Jeff with iDownload Blog.